All righty, we are
We got
back.
a rowdy crowd out there.
Boy,
today.
we've got a good audience and a great band. And speaking of great band, boy, was that a segue or what? A few weeks ago, one of my producers, Robin, says, boy, I heard the best band, we got to have them on. So we had them on, and I was in awe. I mean, I say if you love country music, you're going to love this band. So I wanted him to come back to do an in-depth interview. But first, take a look at this.
My world turned gray when she went away. Said she found somebody new. I fell apart with an aching heart. Didn't know what to do. So I got dressed up and jumped in my truck. Faked me a big old grin. Called my buddy John, said let's go tie one on. She got me drinking again.
Please make welcome back Richard Lynch, everybody. Come on now, Richard. Hey, ho.
Thanks for having me.
Good, way longer had to have you back, Richard.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
How you doing?
Oh, we're doing great. Been busy. Been enjoying this this summer. Been traveling and burning the roads up and doing this good country music thing.
Where have you been played recently?
Well, we had the opportunity last weekend to work with Uncle Si, way down in Monroe, Louisiana, from the Duck Dynasty bunch. That was a
Wow.
blast. So
I'll bet.
we had a great time down there and celebrated 4th of July with them guys. Got to do some shows down there. We've been really fortunate lately having this country music thing go for us.
Well, listen to yourself. Everybody loves you.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And I said earlier, one of these days, I'm going to turn on Country Music Awards, and you're either going to be hosting or you're going to be up for an award. You wait and see.
Well, thank you. We've had a good run. We're currently on the roots music industry right now. We are having our 13th week at number one with our current release called A Better Place, and so we're really proud of that one. And 13 weeks is no laughing matter. It's pretty amazing that we got to do that run at 13 weeks with that one. And we're really proud of something here that we talked a little bit about before off the air. Our Love Tattoo Foundation. Me and my wife have started that. That's for our military, our guys and gals that
Great.
you know, deserve all the folks and attention we can give to them.
That's right.
And we've got a song that we recorded in their honor. The song is called Love Tattoo. And people hear that and they think, what are they talking about? Well, it has nothing to do with ink. The tattoo is a bullet wound from their battle scar.
Right.
And so it funds and supports an organization up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And it's called the Will Win Lodge. And it's a 600-acre facility that our military guys and gals can have a retreat from. They can take their family up there for a couple of weeks. 600 acres, they can hike and fish and do all kinds of things.
Sounds great.
And it's something that's real important to me to see our military have some place to go to have a retreat. And we get to meet these soldiers, these men and women that's paid so much and done so much for us.
Right.
And they're so gracious. And when I get to see them and shake their hands and meet these people, I'm amazed because most of them are so gracious that they're thanking me for doing something for them, and that's really hard for me to accept because I'm doing the easy thing.
Yeah.
These guys have paid their dues and
Right.
gals, you know, and so it's amazing that I get to be around those wonderful people.
I've said several times, Richard, and I think you and I talked about this, that I said whatever these men and women need, they come first.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Got
so
to.
if we can share our country music and do a song or write a song that benefits these guys and gals, you know, that's
Lifts
something
them up.
that's lift them up,
Yeah.
and you know, in the reality of the big scheme of things, it helps me too. It really lifts me up because I get to be around people that really are matter.
That's right.
And,
That's
you
why
know,
we
they
do-
love country music. They tell me things like, you know, we can't really get this kind of country music that you're playing. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, no, we're not too keen on today's so-called country music. You know, we like something that's got a little more real flavor to it. And so our music really goes towards the traditional sounding good country music, you know, and
I think that's why that song was written. Who's gonna fill their shoes? Who's gonna fill their shoes?
love that song.
Oh, it's fantastic.
You know, people like George Jones and Merle Haggard and Conway Twitty are true heroes that's paid their dues, and people that I was influenced by all my life. It's nice to hear songs that have that reflection of that traditional sound.
Do you ever do any of their material?
Oh, absolutely. And we do a 90-minute show around the country, and you know, we're doing 6 or 8 of our original tunes
Wow.
around the country. But when we have people come up to us and they say, "Wow, we haven't heard that Conway song in such a long time," or
Yeah.
or you know, I remember growing up listening to that Merle Haggard song, and you know, we lost Merle here just a few months ago, and to be around people that love that music and respect that, people love country music.
Makes it worthwhile.
Makes it worthwhile.
Everything worthwhile.
Absolutely.
In your show, do you do, he stopped loving her today?
Every
You
once
do
in a
that?
while, but you're doing a good job. I think I ought to have you on.
Oh, you think? He put a wreath on her door.
Oh, man, you got it. You got it.
They've come to carry
Her
her
away.
away.
I haven't heard that twang from you
He
before,
stopped
Rob.
loving her
Today.
today.
Yeah.
Love him.
We need Rob on our show.
There, love him. Well, I'd like to find out, I'm really appreciate all that you do for our military people. I love your band. But tell me a little bit how all this began for you. When you were in grade school, high school, somebody buy you a guitar. My dad bought me a guitar. How did it all start for you?
Well, I'm second generation. My dad was an incredible country music singer. Played all over the place. Played with people like Glenn Campbell and Bobby Bear and Osborne Brothers. And so I was growing up in a household that I got to listen to that great country music. And so at the ripe old age of 8, my dad asked me to come up and sing a song with him. It was here in Dayton, as a matter of fact, and I was bitten really bad by the country music bug at that age. And I just knew that that's something that I wanted to do. I enjoyed it. And if you're around something that you absolutely love to do,
It's never work.
it's never work, and it's something
believe
that you
that.
just love it, you know?
If you
Meet
do
great
what you
people.
love, it's not work.
I get to meet great people like
Yeah.
Rob Dennis and everybody around, these folks that.
And you're helping people with your music. I mean, there's
Oh,
nothing better than that.
that's it right there.
That's exactly
That feels
right.
good to do.
That's exactly right. We can help people have fun and enjoy this little world a little better, and make that good old country music.
We had the old Philco, and when you walked up to this big radio, you pulled it out this way, and that's where my dad would put Hank Williams on there.
Ah, nice.
And all his songs, that's what I was raised on.
You know, that kind of stuff, you know, it's kind of going away, but in my mind, I want to keep and let the youngsters hear what traditional country sound is supposed to be. And you'd be amazed how many young folks are coming around and really enjoying what we're doing. We have a 21-year-old gal from our area here that we're supporting and really promoting. Young gal, 21, sings her tail off, and she's got that Tammy Wynette sound,
Oh, wow.
that Tanya Tucker sound.
Yeah,
And
you can't beat that.
you know, and I love to see youngsters take interest in this music, you know. And if we don't keep it going and preserve it, it's going to go away. And so we want to make sure that we give country music its rightful dues.
Thanks for coming on.
Hey, thank
We
you.
got to have you back.
I
We'll
love
get
it.
together and do He Stopped Loving Her
Her
Today.
Today.
We're going to sing together one of these days, buddy. Thank you for coming.
Thank
Got to
you.
have you back.
Thank you, thank you.